So, get started. Today I'll be talking to you about life hacks. Not magic, it's psychology. Cool, so 3 cool life hacks you can use today. 1, how to expand the way you think and grow your mind. 2, how to slow down and speed up time. 3, how to memorize anything. So let's get right into it. How to expand the way you think and grow your mind. Well, in linguistics, there's an interesting concept called linguistic relativity, and there's a theory called the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, which states that language shapes human thought and cognition. So here are some interesting differences between different languages. There are many native Australian languages, such as this Gugu Yimithir language, that uses cardinal directions over relative directions. So it's more common to say something like to the north of the house rather than to the right of the house. So the people are generally better with geographical and spatial awareness. In Japanese, there's honorifics that are used when you address other people, which is a way of verbalizing social rank and respect. So you call your teacher something different than you call your classmate, and you call your classmate something different than you call your senior classmate. In Chinese, some children learn how to count faster because of the way numbers are spoken. For example, 11 is literally 10, 1. And Thai people might be more polite because there are more words to describe the feeling of inconveniencing somebody. Does that mean that our thought is governed by the way that we speak? Are people who speak languages without a word for blue and a word for purple unable to tell differences between the 2 shades of colors? No. But it's not a far leap to think that the more you use a language, the more you grow familiar with these different concepts. You're made more aware of the differences in the languages and the ways of thinking. And we can expand the way we think by learning new languages, including programming languages. So there are a lot of different types of programming languages, whether that's declarative, functional, object-oriented. Even if you just learn a little bit of a new programming language or a programming language in general, you don't forget the new ways of thinking and the concepts that you pick up from using that language. Second hack, how to slow down time and speed up time. So time is an interesting concept because it's very much defined by how we perceive it. There's an interesting theory about time passing faster as we get older. The theory states that as children, we perceive time to go by slower because the time that has passed is itself longer in relative to our total time that we've been alive. For example, a 5-year-old child experiences 1 year as very long because 1 year is 1/5 of their life, whereas a 50-year-old person may experience 1 year as shorter because it's only 1/50th of their life. But is that really true though? No way. Time is different to different people at different times. For example, think about being on a long airplane ride versus spending a day at the amusement park or on vacation. So how can we make time slow down in our day-to-day lives? We can all feel like there's not enough time in the day to do everything that we want. I've definitely gotten the feeling of feeling the day or the week or a weekend just slipping through my fingers. How can we make this time slow down? Well, one way is being more present in the moment and being mindful. This might even be why children perceive time to be slower because they're more forced to be present in the moment. As adults, we're constantly preoccupied with thinking about the past, the future, and just things going on in general and feel our present time passing away quickly. So practicing meditation and mindfulness every day is one way to slow down your time. You'll find yourself being able to reflect back on your week or your year and really know that you spent every minute. Sometimes we want to speed up time too. So there's an interesting human phenomenon called the state of flow. It's also known as being in the zone or being plugged in. You can become so engrossed in a task that time seems to fly by quickly, and you're being really productive and energized by what you're doing. This is a state that we can try to get ourselves into to be happier and more productive in our lives. So the important prerequisites of getting into this state of flow is that you have a task with clear goals, specific responses that you must make, and it must be just challenging enough to keep you stimulated. So it can't be too challenging that you're constantly being stopped, but not challenging enough that you get bored. This leads to not only your time speeding up and flying by faster, but you're also more productive and happier while you're doing it. And last hack really quickly is how to memorize everything. So I'll take one more minute maybe to talk about memory palaces, which is a really effective mnemonic device that many memory experts, people who compete in memory competitions, use. It's a way of using your spatial memory to help you remember things that you're trying to recall. So basically what you do is you pick a location that you can visualize yourself walking through and associate parts of that location with the things you're trying to remember. So for example, if you're trying to remember a grocery list and the first item is bacon, you may visualize going in through your front door with bacon wrapped all around the door, and you can smell the bacon cooking and it's like waving around. And so you'll remember that bacon is the first thing on your list, and you can go through your house and remember all the other things that way. And some interesting links. I will post up my presentation, and that's it.